And we're off. Hey everybody, it's Hambbage. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are all doing well, chilling out, enjoying a nice summer day or any other season. Being YouTube, these could be up and viewed for a long time to come. But for those of you guys watching as these are releasing, yeah, we're right into the midst of June and enjoying it. At least I am now that the temps have kind of backed off a little bit. So good to have it back, but in Minecraft, we always have all the weathers, right? We usually can go find some bright sun, but then occasionally we'll go wandering and find some snow. Um, yeah, apologize if any of that noise is bleeding through. Sounds like they're just wrapping up a bit of some of the cleaning stuff going on around here in the building. So hopefully that will run its course. Man, I had hoped. I guess we do have. Oh, I have one down here, right? Um, let's do this. We'll keep our greens for the overworld stuff that we're gathering. Sound like a plan? I thought so. All right, a little more of the nether rack. Let's get those and that. Oh, I heard that drippy sound. That's kind of cool. It's still far from a cauldron full. Oh, not that. Anything but that, or everything but that, really. Um, yeah, I guess it can sit there. One's as good as the other, right? Okay, so now when we do get back, we'll have the black and gray stuff to cover our supplies. So let's reset a bit for myself, my own good, and anybody else's that may be catching up here. We wrapped up kind of an adventure in that we had um, battled a bit with some evil, mean raiders that were threatening our ill-placed, ill-placed little village friends. So we taught them a lesson, and hopefully they will see the error of their ways and correct it. For now, we have reshifted our focus. We're back in the area where we'd first reached 117 chunks, and I think we've kind of got ourselves lost within like 5 feet of our home. Here we go. So I think we kind of want to just find some fresh caves. Our main goal at the moment is to get a bunch of coal. The other secondary to that a little bit is gold, but we also want copper, clearly, all the good stuff. Having made a couple of beacons, we get my bearings again here. So we're gonna kind of go north and maybe a little east out into this savanna. We've flown over a lot of this, um, but I think most of our explorations, like for caves, ravines, that kind of stuff, has been in the opposite direction. So we'll just see if we can find something here to drop down into, other than a hidden little lake, and track down some goodies. At least that's the plan. No real specifics, which is nice for a change. We've kind of known where we had to be and what we had to be doing for so long. We've kind of missed out on just the wandering and gathering and being in the new environment is pretty nice. Obviously, there's excuse me, not a lot of surface changes out and about, but there are things to discover deep underground if we can find a feature that takes us underground. That's the hope, anyway. Now, the deserts, we've done a lot more exploring in, so at least in terms of flying over. Oh, this could be it. All right, so let's hope this seems to have some substance to it. So again, reminder to myself, as much as to anybody else, we are silk touching iron and copper where we find it. But when we get back and go to process it, excuse me again, we are going to. Are you. Oh, it's so frustrating. We're actually going to want to fortune those ores with our fortune pick and get much more in the way of ingots out of them. So that's something to remember for future. Now, this isn't necessarily going to be a rushed trip. We really want to load up on these goods. And we also want to load up on our supply of apples so that we're not hesitant to use those whenever we need them or want to. That's why it's always nice to have a big stack going in. Alright, can you be bigger? Got some iron. Ultimately not big, though. Hurt just enough of that lava to think that maybe it'd be a lot, but poking around to try to find an underground cave it certainly is a good option, but I was just hoping to discover something to go play in. But that is, ooh, maybe some gold over here. I'm guessing this is a broken portal. Yes. Not all that broken either. Yeah, so we need the gold block there. Don't just see an obvious chest around, but there's not a lot that we would expect to get out of those. So there we go. Anybody think this looks dangerous? I do. And I think we get out to save. Lots of good here. just like to get one torch down here. Well, what do you say, chat? I say, minimum, it seemed like there was a lot more when we were looking down. It's all over here. Let's make this wide enough for a little nap. Night nap. Oh boy, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm kind of dragging. I actually slept pretty decently. It finally started cooling off in the evening. Um, which was great. A long awaited respite from the heat, but wait, I didn't need that. 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 All right, there we go. Um, yeah, so I stayed up a little later with the doors open and the windows open, getting some fresh air in. It was wonderful. Um, but I kind of didn't push the whole going to bed thing, and it was probably, I don't know, like 12:30 or something. I was just playing some non-Minecraft games, watching a few videos and stuff later in the evening, and since I had the house opened up, and as I've related the invasion of the rodent story from a few years ago, I don't like leaving everything wide open overnight, but it's been so tough to get any airflow. There's been no breeze in the recent days, so even when you have like windows open overnight, not that much air is moving through. Somehow it seems to me that the pollen or whatever it is does, because my allergies have been brutal. But the the cool air seemed to be lacking through all that. But last night it just felt great, and I was like, man, I don't want to close everything up yet. Um, so I stayed up for a while, and it was nice. But of course, then I've kind of sold my opportunity to sleep a little bit, and bright and early this morning they are doing like not seal coating so much as just some patchwork in the parking lot here in my building. And they'd done, some other sides earlier, other parts of parking lots and that kind of stuff earlier last week or some point. I don't know. I noticed the cones and stuff where they'd been doing some of the work. So this morning, not as early as the robins, but earlier than I would have expected would have been, one, people out there doing work, and two, really a time that you would, like, oh yeah, have at it. But guys out with leaf blowers. And I'm like, what's going on? This is way too early for the lawn people, unless they like, no, we've had it. It's too hot. We're not doing this all day stuff anymore. I know, leaf blowers going, wake me up. And yeah, it was. They were, cleaning the sand, gravel, whatever, away from where they were going to work on this. And that, I mean, to their credit, it's still not. It's still morning, and last I was out there or looked, they had like the little mini steamroller. You guys have all seen them, right? They're about the size of like a warehouse forklift kind of deal. But they just got the two barrel things on them, and it was all sitting there idling, and they'd poured a bunch of asphalt, which is nice because it was just a little section, but pretty torn up, really. Parking lot wise. Once any of that stuff starts to break down, it can go pretty quickly. Was that really it? There had to be more, right? There's some. So anyway, yeah, I stayed up and then I got up earlier than I planned. Although it's pretty nice out, and nice to, after the fact, nice to have been up. Although I feel like I'm just dragging now, and between that and I can feel it. I don't know if it comes through in the audio, but my voice is pretty trashed, and I think it's been the sleeping with windows open. Something just gets to you there. Um, but the trade-off is I've been sleeping and not just completely stifled by the heat. So, what are you gonna do? So anyway, I think we've done it. Unfortunately, no more abandoned mine there. Um, I know we've still got the one in our pocket, so to speak, um, in the ocean, where we found the geodes and stuff, and we really didn't do much mine exploration in that one. Um, I don't know. What do you think? It's, it's intriguing me. It looks like a hole. Oh, ho, ho. That's a hole if I've ever seen one. I know holes. I'm a Minecrafter. This, this is what we've been looking for, right? Oh, yeah. Very mobless at the moment. I'm sure the game will make up for that. Although maybe it's just like, after all those vexes, you need a break. Um, we had talked about the remaining mobs. Of course, not a ton of pressure there. At some point, I want to get, I always hope I'll just get one naturally. Trident from the drowned. But for those who maybe play Bedrock or aren't familiar, in Java Edition at least, the tridents can be as elusive as apples or any of the other limited items in the game. And so far, they've been a bit stingy, or the game's been a bit stingy. course, is a bit unfriendly, but we'll make do. So, having not just gotten one in the amount of water adventures we've had, we'll likely have to go um, set something up to produce them. And wow, see, there's the early morning, late night getting me. Just big old yawn. Okay. Once again, I'd kind of expected. Oh, no, that's just where I took coal out. I kind of expected more. Game. Well. Another night. Um. Don't have any equipment to try to do the phantom advancement that we talked about in the one of the last episodes. Whenever we were doing the raid, and I thought I heard a phantom cry. Never did see the phantom though, so I don't know what became of that. Been a long time since I've heard the sound of a regular pig. Hey guys, how you doing? Let's sleep with the piggies. Oh, I got a little pig, little guy. Yeah, cute. Um, we haven't had a pig thumbnail ever, I don't think. And being Hambbage, that's kind of a shame. All right, do we see anything of note up here? Or from up here? Kind of stick to the high ground if we can. Look for rocky openings. Hmm. I hear these yawns. Oh my goodness, excuse me. That is horrible, but I don't have a handy mute. There's one on the cord of this headset, but it hangs like totally out of any kind of reach. And as we keep on rolling. Well, that's friendly animals. Bit of a village. Oh, I just picked up another egg. Hmm. Usually, as we've found and commented before, very often when there's a village, there'll be a system of caves around it, and that's where the zombies come from, and the villagers go to get stuck, and all those other good stuff. So that's worth a poke around here. But like everything, oh, maybe it's over here. Like everything else, though, it seems to be when you want it, nowhere to be found. Look at this big old building. That's huge. Huh. I'm not gonna take their stuff, but interesting. Well, oh, here it is. See? They come through for us. Again, not, How's the foundation of your house feeling there, friends? Do a good turn here. Now, I heard that zombie will even take their emerald. Oh, it's tempting. So yeah, I'm hearing more. I guess that's the spyglass I keep. I was like, what is it? So yeah, I keep hearing more. More mobs around. I don't think I have my headset on backwards or anything. coal at least. Come on, coal. Connect us to something here. Uh, dirt? Fortunately, that seems to make it quieter. But we'll take this coal while we're at it. Here, I don't know, maybe we'll do some resorting intermediate wise if we make trips back to the base. I don't know if I'm going to stop for torch building or if we'll just do that on the way. I think probably just on the way. Oops. I don't quite know how these guys can sound so all over us. But I would say I'm now getting out of earshot again. Whenever I do find it, it's gonna be like one little room. Alright, this is more like it. How was I standing in the middle of all this? Get you all because none of you helped. Hopefully, there wasn't too many villagers getting destroyed by our mining efforts. Sounds like maybe the sun's coming up, so might have been a little too late if they weren't equipped to make it through the night. Although with all that mob noise, you'd think they would have had a few guardians. Good stuff here. So yeah, I kind of apologize, guys. I don't I didn't really have anything coming in that I was like, oh, let's talk about this. I didn't see much this morning when I was out. Of note, anyway. I mean, there's lots of stuff, but wasn't inspired with deep thoughts or anything so profound as that. So what's everybody got planned for the weekend, huh? You gonna try to beat the heat with some games or maybe some movies or something indoors, or are you like me gonna try to get out and enjoy it? Um, while it's very much a mixed blessing, we have seemingly lost all chance of rain in our forecast, and along with this cool down, it had at one time said that the weekend was going to be a little wet, and that seems to have wink wink dried up as the actual days approached. So yeah, well, that wasn't horrible. Got some a little bit of copper, a bunch more coal and iron. Now, what I don't know is which way we approached. There were those wooded hills. Where'd they go? Am I back over that way? Those look like some trees. What did we said? We were going to kind of try to go north and east. More desert. Um, hmm. Well, I think. Ooh, what's this? Let's go towards it. I would definitely be interested in some real mountains. That looks like sand. A whole lot of sand. Uh, Not necessarily a mountain. Because mountains have emeralds in them, and that'd be cool to get the emerald ore. We have yet to mine an emerald. All of ours have come from trading. Have we been to this little temple? Guessing we probably have. With all the flying that we've done, we were certainly dropping in on a bunch of them. But we'll give it a shot here. I wonder how buried its other sides are. Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say we haven't been to this one. No worries about stuff dropping on our heads. Lots of worries about it being pre-populated though. All right, here we go. What awaits us in the deep, dark depths? I'll kind of look and then break. Just pick everything up at once. A little gold, that's nice. Iron. Regular golden apple. Channeling. I think we may have already grabbed some of that. Now. Let's do blues here. Kind of do some of the various desert temple-y stuff into blue. And monster loots. And these guys. Alright. And then while we're at it, load back up there. Let's see. I don't recall if I had any ready-made torches. Nope. Did I use up all the available space? That's always the question. Not too bad. Alright, hold on to those. Even got a spot for an extra pearl. Okay, you go back in the box. You two. You don't. And away we go. Well, that was kind of fun. Let's see. Now, is this way to get out? What kind of desert am I in? I'm in a river. I was trying to see if this is like a desert. This is a desert hills. Okay. Clearly, it's an appreciable part. River. ravine. Looking for any signs of wood. Get a little light back in there. Big ravine. Well, I think we'll use some of our daylight to play in here. Got some ores. I don't see any mines yet, but this one seems to have more going on than some of the previous. Let's try to figure a good way to get started here. But if there's sand, I mean, we might as well dig it anyway, right? Okay, anything up on this top level that we don't trust those. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna help a lot. I'm a little hesitant for these just because there could be dirt or sand falling down on our heads. But finally, we found the ravine and cave system we've been looking for. And if we get really lucky, maybe it will connect into a mine shaft at the bottom or somewhere along the way, and we can start trying to hopefully get a few more chests and maybe some of the there's like moss and berries and all kinds of other stuff we haven't seen yet. Apologize, trash guys are here. We've got all kinds of noise today. At least so far, they haven't come to do the grass. But hey, they'll probably get that too, just to knock it all out. Speaking of grass, it's really, these last few days of heat have definitely gotten us out of looking like fresh green springtime. It's starting to look a little cooked out there, if you know what I mean. The grass is browning up and seemingly outgrowing its early emergence. So spring is one of those. It rightfully gets a lot of hype. It's the fresh new beginning season. Everybody, lots of people claim it as their favorite. Me, I don't know. I think it's just too fleeting for me out of the seasons. It is beautiful seeing all the fresh new growth and stuff, and it definitely invigorates you when you're coming out of winter. You get warm weather and it's nice. You can be outside doing stuff without having to bundle up. All that's wonderful and great, but I don't know if it's just the way that summer sets on with the heat and everything, or just the fact that it kind of transitions so quickly that makes me think, man, it's gone before you can ever really enjoy that you're just dirt, um, that you're in it, and poof, gone. And everything changes, right? That's one of the wonders of life is the continual continual change. Resetting. It's what we've adapted to as a species. Certainly circle of life, all that good stuff. It's what rejuvenates and brings things back for all of us having that chance for the ground and things to refresh for a season for breaking down of plant matter and stuff like that, but at a kind of ickier level. And again, remember, I've been reading The Stand, so maybe this is playing into my mind a little bit, but you know, winter and fall you think of as leaves falling, and then everything is kind of buried under this blanket of snow. Well, underneath all that, that's when a lot of vegetation is certainly breaking down, but also a lot of animals that didn't either their life cycle is such that they typically wouldn't live over a year, or that just had a tough one. So having those other seasons to kind of reclaim and refeed the system is really critical. And not only that, I don't know. It just that's what kind of gets me. And I've always loved winter for snow sports and all that kind of stuff too. But I just think that idea of everything kind of under a blanket of white as the earth kind of does its housekeeping, right? And then by the time spring comes around, to pull that metaphor, it's the company's arriving, right? The cleaning work is done. There we go. I had a feeling we were bound to find something in this big a cave system with several ravines leading around and all that. Usually a pretty good sign that you're onto something. So without having a real strong need to get anywhere, another big yawn. I think we're going to kind of nomad this mine and just run through it, set down boxes and stuff as we need, but without having to really carve out a big space or area for ourselves. So I also think that we're probably 55 minutes. Well, I think that's still about right. Maybe we'll quickly reset our inventory a bit here. do have more deserty stuff. Pull out these, put in those. So these already have spots. There we go. Now we're geared up and equipped. We can hopefully make fairly quick and efficient work out of this particular tunnel, and we're fingers crossed gonna have more chests in it. So I think we'll wrap up, and I will thank you guys for coming along for the discovery. Swords for everyone, yeah. Um, I know this one wasn't particularly high energy, but we had to get here, and this one got us. So it fit the bill pretty well, and we'll see if I get another one out again. It's Friday. It's very nice out, and the weekend is coming. And as you can hear, my voice is a little worn, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see. I may very well be back again this afternoon, evening, recharged and reduced and ready to go. But if not, then we'll see you guys for the next one whenever it gets posted and take on this mine together. But for now, I hope you guys are all doing well. Take care of yourselves. Do take breaks when you're playing or watching mine or anybody else's content. Make sure to build in chances to get away from the screen. Look up, look around, get your eyes and your brain a break, and move that body a little bit. Preferably outdoors when it's not too sweltering, and helping that blood pump back to your heart, get it moving out of your extremities, and recirculated. So you guys do that. I'll do the same. We'll be back before you know it, and we'll take on this mine. Look for the goodies in the chests is going to be the theme. So hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, please go ahead and like, comment, hit that subscribe if you haven't, just to keep track. Again, through this weekend, we'll be at a little lower content pace, I'm guessing. We'll see. Father's Day and all that. I'm remote from my being an adult myself, my older dad, and we'll talk, but that'll be about it. So maybe a couple more episodes on Sunday. But tomorrow, man, I want to get out and enjoy some cooler weather. So you guys do the same, I hope. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend or day whenever you're watching this. Enjoy it. Have fun. Take care of yourselves and one another. And we'll see you back here for the next one. And again, when you're subscribed, you'll know immediately when that pops up. So awesome. It's great support. Appreciate all of y'all viewing these. And let's keep it up. Spread the word for me. All right. See you now.